Hi, welcome to Spoken and Sang. I'm Naomi.
And I'm Mairi.
And in a moment, Mairi is going to sing a beautiful song that her and Tim wrote. But first, let's have a little reflection. We know that life is peppered with beautiful highs and celebrations, but it can also be full of deep losses and griefs. Between us as friends, we talk quite openly about this because sadly we both lost our mums early. But there are lots of different losses, aren't there? It could be the loss of a loved one, but it could be the loss of a dream or a career or a friendship. And as a person of faith, I feel like that faith needs to be able to stand up to these hardest times in life, losses and griefs. I guess the first thing I've learnt is that there is a place of rich comfort for those who are going through grief and loss. In Jesus' most famous sermon, the Sermon on the Mount, he says these words, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted." And obviously the blessing is not in the mourning, in the loss, but the blessing is in the comfort we receive. And it's this special place that is reserved only for those who are going through the hardest of times. And if we're comforted, that means that someone must be doing the comforting. The second thing I learned is the one who comforts is one who knows. The Old Testament describes Jesus as a man of suffering and familiar with pain, which means the comfort on offer is authentic. I can take it from him. There's no trite words. There's no little there. The comfort that he offers is a deep, gritty compassion from one who has known pain. So I take it from him. He can give it, I can receive it from him because it is authentic. He is one who knows. And I guess the third thing I've learnt is that we can find meaning, not in the loss, but in us because we've been through it. David Kessler co-wrote the world-famous book on grief and grieving, in which they describe 5 stages of grief. And people used to come to David Kessler and ask all sorts of questions as a grief expert. And then his son died at 21 years old. So now he had to face this, not as a grief expert, but as a father. And after going through that, he added an extra stage of grief that he calls meaning. And he says this, the meaning is not in the death. The meaning is what we do after. The meaning is in us. That's what we can create. And that sits with me with a God who wants to give us life in all its fullness, where purpose and meaning are right high up there. There is a point, they say, that we can move from saying, how can I get out of this, to what can I get out of this? And that doesn't happen straight away, of course. But these are lessons that we can take with us into the future, into any difficult times, any losses that we face. There's a place of rich comfort promised by one who knows what it is like. And we can find meaning in who we become because we've been through these things. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. You guys are going to sing this beautiful song that you wrote. Tell us about it.
Well, it's a song, it's called In the Palm. And the idea of the song is that in the midst of deepest griefs and losses and sorrows, we are living in the palm of God's broken hand, the one who sent his son to die for us. And so he's been there before in that place of suffering. And that's what the song's about.
See all the colors as they fade away, and I am alone with these shades of grey. turned to the rain. Shouldn't it pour down in this moments of pain? But the sun comes through the open door, and I am bathed in light. And you are in the breath that holds me, the walls that enclose me. I am in the palm of your broken hand.
Hold into my heart with this mystery, the spiritual answer that denied itself for me.
And heaven's weeping for the empty tree, that all that's gone will come to life again. And you are in the breath that holds me, the walls that enclose me. You are in the trees that sway with grief. You are in the change of seasons, my heavy feelings. I am in the palm of your broken hand. You are in the time that passes, cathedrals of gladness. You are in the earth as it breathes new life. Yours are the hands that lift me in the endless beauty, in the palm of your broken hand. I'm living in the palm of your hand, living in the palm of your hand, living in the palm of your broken hand. Living in the palm of your hand, living in the palm of your hand, living in the palm of your broken hand.